What's up, YouTube? For the Love of Toys here with the For the Love of Collecting Marvel Legends series. Marvel's Gamerverse Wolverine versus Silver Samurai. Now, this Wolverine, as you can see by the packaging, to me looks huge. I mean, maybe it's a eye trick, but we're going to do a lot of comparisons and we're going to make our own decisions here. But the few shots that I have seen online and, different little mini reviews, he's not that big, but he damn sure looks big in that packaging. So, he comes with Silver Samurai. I heard Silver Samurai has his drawbacks, but once again, we're here to draw our own conclusions and decide whether you might want to buy this figure for yourself. That's why I'm here. So with that said, we have the normal Gamerverse packaging, Wolverine versus Silver Samurai, pixelated, supposed to be like the quote-unquote game. I mean, they didn't really say that it's from the game. It's a Gamerverse, so, but, Marvel versus Capcom. That's how I see it, but maybe that's just me. So here it is. The space is a little tight. Maybe I need to rework my little display here, but I'm going to see if we can spin this around without knocking every damn thing down. And we made it. So here you are. I'm sure you've seen this packaging by now. I have a little read up here. I'll read it for you. The mutant Wolverine unleashes his adamantium claws against martial arts master and foe to the X-Men Silver Samurai. That's all it says. I thought it was a big read up, but it's in different languages. So that's that. Silver Samurai, hardly ever see him. Not a big comic guy, So that's that. So here we have Wolverine with his X-Claw. He has two teammates with him, which are both run away, which is a nice touch, and that is War Machine and Psylocke. And then we have on the right side, we have Silver Samurai, Omega Red, which are both, and Thanos, both from the newly released figures, so which is a nice touch. So with that said, you can see the legalese, you can see the Gamerverse. I picked up this from Amazon. So Amazon has it, MSRP, no markup that I know of. I mean, I don't know what the MSRP was. I don't even check anymore, to be honest with you. Things are so high. But yeah, Amazon has it. So if you want to pay, I think it's $59.99 on Amazon, you might get it a little bit better deal. And I bought it, and I got it for you to review and to display on my shelf. So with that said, let's get them out of the packaging and decide whether you want to buy Gamerverse Wolverine versus Silver Samurai. All right, here we are with Wolverine and Silver Samurai out of the packaging. Now, I hate when collectors say they don't know something, but I didn't look it up, and it's been a long time since I've looked up Silver Samurai's powers. I have no idea what they are. I think it's some kind of adamantium from somewhere, but you can look it up for yourself if you really are interested. They should have gave us a read-up on the box. That would have helped, but, it's not that big a deal. I like the coloring on Silver Samurai, and we're going to go over his accessories, and we're going to do some comparisons. So try to not to leave nothing out because I always seem to. All right, Wolverine comes with 2 fists and 2 claw hands. Okay, this is without his claws popped. All right, a right and a left, just fists. As you can see, has the painted silver on both, so that looks like his claws are not popped. All right, and he comes with these X effects, which are slash effects. They pop on very easily. I put them together. I try not to take the fun out of it for you, but get that, and that's that. 2 of those and a stand, right? So that's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 accessories with Wolverine. All right. Silver Samurai comes with this little star effect, which is from the video game, like I said before, and a stand. No extra hands, but he does come with a effect, which I put on his sword. I like the way it looked, but I believe it's just in his hand in the video game. It's been a while since I played, so forgive me. And that's the sword that he comes with and the effect, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, if you count the stand and the star and this effect and the sword. Okay, so that's that. And of course, we're going to do Silver Samurai first because it'll be the easiest. And I know what you really want to see. So I'm not going to give you what you really want to see right off the bat. Now, they both come with these really sinister grins on their face. I guess they're happy to be fighting each other, but whatever. Or happy to finally kill each other, however you look at it. But as I said before, Silver Samurai looks really good. I like the plastics, the muted, matted, a little bit of shine. Works for me. All right. Like I said, this effect comes off. And he didn't want to stand at first, but he eventually got to the place where I could get him to stand. I'll put this on the floor. All right, let's go over his articulation. His head doesn't move, of course, because he has a helmet on. That should be obvious. He looks down that much, looks up that high. Has these little plasticky arm pauldrons. Crunches forward that much, which is not a lot. Let's see. Yeah, that's all he does. He crunches back a lot, though. So you probably can go in there and adjust that if you so desire. And that's that. That's him from the back. Rotation at the bicep. And he actually has double jointed elbows, as you can see, which all figures should have by this day and age. Rotates at the fist. No rotation at the forearm. Rotation is at a hinge. No hinge on the hand. This skirt piece is in the way, but no drop downs, but he does have rotation at the thigh, double jointed knees, which I'm not really, I can show you, why not? Double jointed knees, rotation at the calf, pivot, and rocker, okay? The normal fanfare for Marvel Legends. All right, let's see if he stands without an issue, because he was giving me an issue earlier, okay? Yeah, you know what? That works. That works. That works. All right, let's back it up a little bit. All right, now, like I said, the sword is good. His foot is standing up kind of high, kind of weird there, but whatever. Let's do a comparison to the other Silver Samurai, which I own. Once again, I'm not sure which wave it is, and I'm not looking it up. Give you a little homework to do if you so desire to find out what wave this Silver Samurai is from. So, as you can see, a little bit better as far as the game is considered, this new Silver Samurai. But this one comes with two swords, little sheaths for those, or a holder for them. Much better details on his armor and things. So a little bit of combination would have been nice, but, you know, this is an old figure. And this was a Hasbro figure as well. Yeah, looks really good. Let's look at that. Double jointed knees, double jointed elbows, same thing. Face sculpt on the new one is much better. I like the sinister grin better, but I don't mind the stoic grin either. So that's it with the old Silver Samurai. Okay, so that's that. Excuse me. Got that out of the way. Got him. Now we're going to compare him to these people I have in a wave right here next to you. And who are we going to go with first? We're going to go with Psylocke first. Probably everybody's going to fall, and I'll have to set them back up, but oh well. Just for you, I'll do it. Here we go. So Samurai versus Psylocke. Okay, put her back out of the way. See if she stands. Then we have the 2-pack with Omega Red and Silver Samurai. Okay. Get him back over there. Hopefully everybody, like I said, won't fall. Here he is with War Machine from the 2-pack with the aforementioned Omega Red. So that's him. And this is the Secret Wars cap with a better shield from the Retro Wave cap. So that's him. I do not have the new Venom cap yet, but I will get it and I will review it. But it's just about the same figure, I think, without the scales on the armor. So that's that. I'm just going to put him to the side so I don't have to waste as much time. And what do we have? We have Spider-Man. Okay, so that's him with him. And then we have, I wonder where we get a Gamerverse figure of Cable. I don't think we need one, but this is my edition, special edition with the boots and a different gun. But that's him with Cable, Hasbro. Then we have an old Ken. I don't remember what Ken this is, what style it is, but this is Ken. All right. And that was Maximum Spider-Man, by the way, in case you didn't know. And this is the Thanos from the 2-pack with Psylocke. That's based on the game. That's how he looks with him. And I'll go over these same figures with Wolverine, so you'll have a look at both of them. All right. This is the Juggernaut 2-pack with Cyclops. This is not the new one. I will be getting that and reviewing it because Juggernaut is one of my favorite characters. And of course, he would knock him down because he would beat his ass anyway. All right. So let's get him standing back up. Fix his sword. Juggernaut's a little bigger, so we're going to have to get him in the shot. Back it up. And there you go. Juggernaut and Silver Samurai. Okay. Let's get Jugs out of there. Let's see if this guy stands. Like I said, he's really teetering on standing anyway. And this is Maximum Hulk, just like that Maximum Spider-Man, which is 2 figures that were very controversial. Come on, Hulk. Stand up for me, everybody. All right, this is one of the heads, and this is more like the game, so this is why I use this head. So there he is with Maximum Hulk. All right, now let's get the figure that everybody came to see. And that's going to be my last comparison as far as these figures are concerned. Samurai and Maximum Hulk. Now we move on to Wolverine. I punched in a little closer so you can get the details on Wolverine, okay? So, as you can see, I love the big wings on the mask. Looks excellent. Like I said, I thought this was a much bigger figure, which it is, you'll see. But he looks damn good, you know? And even when I saw it, I was like, I got to buy it. I mean, you know, most people are Wolverine fans, but I am as well. And I was like, I got to have it. I don't care how big he is. I'll just have to fudge it and fit it in. Especially he has that video game crouch, which really made it, you know, made me want it. But anyway, as you can see, punched in, the colors are really good. It's a little darker on my display here, so he's not quite that dark. It's a little lighter yellow. All right. That's my camera's jumping around. iPhone has a problem with zooming in. And this is iPhone 17 Pro Max, as a matter of fact. Bam. So he has his shorts. Now, let's get him up. Let's back it off a little bit. All right, and let's take a look at him. Okay, you see that sinister grin like I want to kill you and eat your bones. Yes, his shoulder pads. I don't know how they're held on. Probably a little peg in the top there. I love the colors, the stripes. Look at the back of the figure. I want a little speck right there. I'm sure that'll wipe off. Paint job is clean for the most part. I see a little mess up right there. Arms look good with the hair just painted on there like that. Like the flesh tones. Sculpted trunks at the legs. Belt. Head. All right, let's go over the articulation. So, rotation at the bicep as usual. Single jointed elbows. And maybe maximum. I think we're supposed to be getting a maximum Wolverine. So, hopefully we'll get double jointed elbows with him because we only have single. And with that big bicep, I don't think double jointed elbows will make that much of a difference. All right, so here he is with his claws. I like the longer versions. Rotation, no rotation at the glove. No, oh, we do have hinge at the fist and twist, so that's good. Same thing on the other side. Crunches forward that much while standing up straight. Crunches back that far. It's a nice crunch though on the front. No drop down. I mean, no drop down. Rotation at the thigh, double jointed knees. Go up that far. Out that far, which is almost perfect. As you can see, do a nice little split. And that's how far he kicks forward. No rotation at the boot, of course. Nope, no rotation at the boot. Yeah, pivot and hinge. Generous hinge, okay? All right, I'm at the pause for a minute, get him in a good pose, and then we're going to do some comparisons. I am not the greatest poser, but as you can see, this figure poses very easily. I mean, look how outstanding he looks just in that pose that I put him in. I tried to lift his head up a little bit because he bends over really well. And that's one of the points of this figure. So let's get him in here. Okay, he fell down, but I understand because of the way I have him posed. Here he is with Omega Red from the 2-pack. All right, let's fix his claws really quick so they don't look so wonky. Okay, we're gonna put him like that. Okay, he might fall a couple times, so forgive me. Like I said, the way I have him standing, he doesn't really want to stand. All right, so there he is with Omega Red. Okay, and next we're gonna do Maximum Spider-Man. I'm not gonna pose these figures, I'm gonna just get them in a shot and get them out. There he is with Maximum Spider-Man. Here he is with War Machine from the 2-pack. Here he is with fellow X-Men Cable. Here he is with my stand-in Secret Wars cap for Gamerverse cap. That'll be coming, a review will be coming shortly. Here he is with fellow teammate Psylocke. Here he is with something different. 2-pack Punisher, the latest release. Here he is with fellow combatant Hulk. Maximum Hulk from the recent line. That's about as far as he can look up. Like, you could bend his body to make him look up further. Like that. You know, you get his head just right, get his body just right. So he'll look up that far as long as you bend his body. But with him crouched, his head can only look up that far. All right? Just wanted you to know that. Okay, and for a size comparison, because I said he was really big, this is what he looks like with Maximum Hulk. So almost perfect. I guess he could be a little smaller, but that works. Okay, I zoomed in a little bit, but just so you can get an accurate look at how tall they are. They're both standing pretty straight up. Guess I could get Wolverine up a little bit more, but for the most part, they're standing pretty erect. And as you can see, the colors are brighter on the new Wolverine, and he's, you know, much bigger than the other one. But it still works, you know. A little juiced up Wolverine, I guess he would get taller, get, you know, more muscle mass. I guess it could be possible. But as you can see, this Wolverine, I'm still on the fence. I guess I got to go with this new Wolverine because of the bigger head sculpt and more for the video game than this smaller one here. But either way, you can't go wrong with either one of them. So there you are. X-Men 97 Wolverine and the new 2-pack Gamerverse Wolverine. This is Love Triangle Wolverine, as you can see from the dark suit, but he was kind of big too. So, you know, you see the comparison, how much bigger this new figure is than him. So just a quick comparison. I'm going to lie to you. This scaling for the smaller Wolverine is, you know, my perfect Wolverine to me. This is the new Secret Wars Wolverine with that 2-pack head on, unmasked. Here he is with X-Force Wolverine. Not X-Force Wolverine. I mean, Uncanny. You know what I mean. This was the comparison I was most curious about. And, oh, that last Wolverine was Weapon X Wolverine. I couldn't think of what it was, so I finally figured it out. And that Wolverine that I showed with the darker colors is not the Love Triangle Wolverine. That's another Wolverine. The Love Triangle Wolverine actually has lighter colors, which I'm not going to show because I'm not going to go into 1,000 comparisons. But this is the one that I was most curious about. Now, this Wolverine is Mezco Wolverine. And I was so curious how they stacked up against each other. And as you can see, he's not that much bigger because, you know, Mezco is really weird with their scales. So, you know, I was wondering this. But he is a little smaller. Body's a little, you know, a lot smaller. Once again, soft goods. Better, you know, overall aspect. Costs a lot more. But, you know, I just wanted to do the comparison. And I was curious how this head would look on this body. As you can see, the yellows are not quite as bright, but it'll still work, you know, just to give it a little bit of flair. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to come right back. But before I show you him with that other head on, this is the iconic pose from the video game that I'm going to gut you pose. Okay, here he is with the Mezco head on, the battle damaged, which is what I was really excited for. And as you can see, and punching a little closer, it fits on the body, but the coloring is off ever so slightly. So if you were so inclined, you could buy you another head, paint it a little brighter, and you have the perfect ultimate head sculpt. I mean, this figure in this particular setup 100 out of a 100 for me. So there you go. As always, I'm for the love. Whatever you do, do it for the love. Thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. And just for giggles, I had to come back. This is how this head looks on the Mezco body. I'm missing this pauldron because I took it off because it was supposed to have been battle damage, but whatever. You get the gist. Thanks for watching.